creeping up to 25 minutes to 6 o'clock here at Southbank, where we are watching the light just not bleach from the sky, but just streak at a very pleasant shade of an evening, just to see the water flowing past. It is lovely. And here in Tune in our residency, we have a poem every day, a new poem every day, inspired by the renewed and reinvigorated Royal Festival Hall organ. 10 poets altogether, and they all had a sleepover. Well, tonight it's Ben Norris, who's still at Birmingham University in his final year, and he is the reigning UK All-Stars Poetry Slam champion. 5. Give him 5, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Serious respect, Ben. What did you have to do? How many people did you have to beat into a cocked hat for that?
Well, there's a qualifying round. There's qualifying rounds regionally, in which I think maybe 20 people approximately compete, and then there's a grand final, which I think is 15. So maybe 100, I'm not sure, but the final was 15, I think.
Yeah, so the criterion, obviously, excellence, squeezing as many words as possible into 3 minutes, or
3 minutes.
Just wowing the jury?
Well, there's 3 criteria that they judge it on, and that's the quality of the writing, the quality of the performance, and the warmth of audience response, but obviously it's an inherently subjective thing, so it tends to just be what people feel like on the day, but they pick the judges from the audience to try and keep it unbiased.
Should we try that? Should we try that today for yours? we pick some random judges. Actually, I think all our audience will listen. They will listen with clear ears and an open mind. Will you not? Yes. And I know certainly all the Radio 3 audience will do likewise, because they're a very fair and civilised bunch, except when they get cross about things, which they do occasionally. And you all had this sleepover. I mean, I've been asking everybody. Eduardo the other day said how lovely it was to be woken up by the sort of thundering sound of the organ in the morning. I suspect that's probably him being rather polite, is it?
It was a unique experience, but having
you
been
can see
to bed,
he's studying English. He's got a very good way already of avoiding the question.
Been to bed only 3 hours before. It was a bit of a shock to the system. I love the moment when the organ gets turned on and you can hear it kind of rumble to life under the stage and hear it breathe. That would have been a nice enough way to wake up, let alone the kind of smashing chords that came after it. Left me a bit bleary-eyed, but still, it's amazing, and I'll never get to do it again, I'm sure. So of course, I was never going to say no.
Did you all talk to each other all night or not?
The poets?
Yeah.
That's why we hadn't really been to bed. We were sharing our works in progress at that point. Snacks and drinks were being had on the stage. Maybe that's, I don't know. Yeah, it was good. It was an old school sleepover feel. But yeah, we didn't maybe go to sleep till sort of 2 or 3 o'clock. And
bring your own sleeping bag.
Yeah, the alarm went at 6:30 because they were still tuning at that point. We're still voicing. So yeah, Harrison and Harrison came down to start voicing, and we were all kind of lounging around in our pajamas and being told to get out of there. But it was great. It was great. I'm not just saying that.
It's a unique experience, and you probably will never have an opportunity to do so again.
Quite.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, give Ben Norris a warm welcome. You're going to read something called A Tonic Bomb.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's a tonic bomb, as in sort of keys and related keys.
Yeah, and also nods to the tonic for the nation idea that the whole Festival of Britain encapsulated. It's sort of about that moment when the organ gets turned on. It's about that the lowest note it can play, that kind of amazing sub-bass rumble, which I didn't really know existed acoustically. I only thought it was available in like electronic dance music. So that was something that shocked me, and that's the kind of thing that I decided to write about.
For youthful bright sparks like you to be reminded of this rich tradition. Your public awaits, your platform awaits, and they will, I'm sure, have acclamation afterwards.
Okay, so this is called A Tonic Bomb. With a DJ's head and a voicer's wrist, a switch is flicked. Thor's piano stirs. Across the Thames, a sniffer dog starts. HMS Belfast rides a wave of nostalgia. A Southbank tourist looks to Virgil. In Coventry, someone remembers. The girl on Box Office sharply revises her history of electronic dance music. In Shanghai, a TV short circuits. God puts a hand to his pacemaker. Vaughan Williams turns in his grave. San Francisco takes as one to a doorframe. Then velvet-thick sub-bass slips and hits the closed eyes of the usher and the tapped foot of security and the cocked ear of the ice cream boy, and everything drops. Bombs, beats, acid hints, and the stops are a prayer on the lips of an atheist. Nazar, diapason, quintadina, mixture 5, like a pill on the tongue of a God-fearing man, like the shipping forecast sung underwater. Hautboy, Salicional, raw flute, raw nazard, like a code transposed. Enigma, gates to Durham factory, Digbeth warehouse. Thank you.
I think you passed the test of our discerning audience, didn't you? Yes, yes. You may continue on your career, young man. We will follow it with interest.
Thank you.
We wait for the first anthology.
This summer, a small collection, a pamphlet. But yeah, very exciting still.
Don't forget, do it sort of, nice covers and edged end papers.
I don't think we get a choice on the covers. It's part of a series. It's just a block colour and my name, but that'll have to do.
That will
for
do
now.
very nicely. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
And you'll catch Ben Norris again too in Poets versus Mics at the Royal Festival Hall here this Sunday. Now, Harry the piano, Thor's piano, sort of the nearest thing we've got to Thor's piano. Can you follow that?
That was wonderful, wasn't it?
Give me
Across the Thames, a sniffer dog stirred. I love that.
Yeah, give us something. Give us something organic. Go on.
Something organic.
Something organic. Something with the organ in it. Just. With thanks and apologies to Vidor, and to imagine if everybody's coming down the aisle to that, what a shock they would get if it was you.
The sniffer dog just keeled over.
Right, listen, unusually for you, you've got a little snippet. Before we go on to one or two requests, you've got